Hey everyone, I'm just making a quick trigger warning for this video, as from probably here on out, there's probably most likely going to be a trigger warning for each video, as it starts getting crazy now, this series, as it warned in the beginning. So trigger warning, mostly for, like, disturbing imagery, pretty much. The one that's the big in here, even though I am gonna censor it as much as possible, there is, um, a character who offs themselves. Um, it's not on screen, but not specifically the moment, but it's still shown. So if that triggers you, if that makes you very uncomfortable or feel unsafe, please click away now, because I don't want you to feel uncomfortable or unsafe because of it. I care about your mental health and your physical health in general. So if that makes you uncomfortable, please click away now. But other than that, that's pretty much it for this episode, because it's just mostly disturbing imagery and hair offing stuff. So if that makes you uncomfortable, please click away now. So, with that, if you're still here, I hope you enjoy the episode. Alright, everyone, welcome to the next episode of Doki Literature Club. It is the day of the festival, as it says on the screen, and I've made the tough decision of choosing my dearest friend rather than I love you. And that was by the way, it's a week later since I last recorded, so I literally was like, kind of, I mean, I wanted to take a break anyway, just because that's usually my recording dates anyway. But, like, easily I could have been like, no, I'm recording next day or something, but no, it took a week. I had to think about it hard. And I came to the conclusion of why I did it. And the reason why I decided I was going to choose that, keep it short and sweet, is one, I think it'd be wrong for, like, leading Yuri on. I feel like that definitely would come off as doing that, from what we experienced, since we literally almost kissed. And I don't think you should lie to someone. I mean, I understand the game character is different from my perspective, but the thing is, like, there was not a lot, at least for my control, like, except only maybe for the first episode, but, like, that insinuated that, I was in love with her, that I did want to go with her, and I don't think you should, like, date someone or be friends with someone or anything just to make them happy. Now, let me say this a different way. I'm not saying you're not allowed to, like, be friends with them because, it makes it make it happy. Because, of course, if you want to be friends with someone or want to date someone because it makes them happy and it makes you happy, then yeah, that's how it should work. But if you're not happy, or if you're just, like, feeling that you're forced to do it for certain situations, then don't do it, man. Not worth it. Care about your own mental health first before others. That doesn't mean you can't help other people's mental health, but just, you shouldn't be the reason for them to be happy. There's so many things in life to help. You being the sole crutch of a person, let's just say that's better. A crutch for a person to be happy is kind of not right. You should be looking out for yourself, and if you're not happy, then you know do do things that make you better and make you feel better and mentally. Hi, it's editor me again. I decided, since I think I did okay job explaining my situation with the series, but also I feel like I could have done it a little better, so I am going to explain a little bit more. It's not Siri herself in the situation that is bad at all. If anything, she's a golden child, I feel like, here. So no, my example is bad in this case. It's pretty much mostly what I decided to do is I wanted just to pick Yuri in the situation because that was the character I wanted to go with when it came to the relationship thing, and not Siri in this case. That is nothing against her. She's done nothing wrong at all. She's not part of the list of things I mention. Mostly people who are, mostly the people I'm mentioning or talking about are, like, people who, like, genuinely make you feel bad. Like, Siri makes you feel good as a person, but, like, if someone makes you feel bad or feel guilty, if they're, like, if you're not spending time with them or talking with them, even if you do it every day or close to every day, or if they make you feel uncomfortable in general and you feel worried about it, that is the people I'm talking about, how maybe you should cut yourself off that way. If they make you feel, forced into relationships, whether it's friendship or, or actual, like, dating relationships. But Sayori does not count in this case. I want to strictly make that clear as possible. Sayori is not related to that. Sayori is not related to that whatsoever. I was a little bit bitter at a time. I was going through a situation that made me kind of a little bitter about things like that. But it's like with Sayori, if it was me in that game, if I had a choice, I would have done it so much better telling her how much she meant to me versus saying, this is what's best for you. That's not cool, man. I would have went into much more detail of how much they would mean to me and how much I care about them and how, even if I don't love them in the same way as they do, I still care about them deeply and want them to feel safe and happy no matter what, even if we aren't wanting the same goals. So yeah, I want to make that clear, just because I feel like I did it okay. I just needed to be a little more clear that it's not towards Sayori, the kind of example I'm giving. So yeah. Anyway, I'll get back to the video now. So yeah. Anyway, we're gonna just get past that. So let's just continue onward, even though I'm still really, but yeah. So I'm purposely actually I'm gonna save really quickly. I'm not gonna save over that file. I'm gonna save. Actually, I'm gonna even do a separate file right now. Because we don't know what's gonna happen, folks. Y'all, this is gonna get crazy. For all I know, maybe we have to do some time travel nonsense or something. Maybe this is super important. We need to go back to that point in time. I don't know. But anyway, let us go and continue forth. So, it is the day of the festival. Of all days, I expected this to be one where I'd be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I started going to her house to wake her up, but decided that's a little too much. Meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take it with me. She sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited for it to be over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. Aww. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. It's like I don't want to hang out with. Oh my god! I just realized I was trying to turn up my thing and I'm realizing there's no music. Why is there no music? I don't know how I feel about there not being any music. That kind of makes me a little uncomfy. You know that feeling where you haven't heard boss battle music in a while and you're kind of on edge because you know that something's coming up soon but you don't know what. You're like, what is happening? What is gonna happen? What is gonna happen? Where's the music gonna cue? When is the boss music gonna cue? I'm waiting for the bad music to come. Carolyn, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared that all have the poems we're performing. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like and submitted it. So, that's the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. That's not the thing you should be saying, especially with the conversation you had the day before, my man. That's not what you should be doing. You shouldn't be like dummy. You should be like, she's just going through a lot, man, right now. She needs some time, No, just calling her dummy on spot. All right. You think that on days this important, she'd be try a little harder. Oh my god! And then suddenly I remember what you were told me yesterday. Wow, you literally forgot that. That's a lot. And I suddenly feel awful knowing it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking. But maybe I should have gone to wake her up after all. You should take a little responsibility for her, Carolyn. I mean, especially after you exchanged your exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, Exchange? Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But I stammer, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about that quickly? About how he basically turned her down at her confession? Makes me really seem like a bad guy here. But I'm the one who knows what's best for her, right? Oh god. Jesus, I don't know what's best for her. Never said I know what's best for her. Jeez. You don't know the full story at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica's being as friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt chill down my spine after hearing that. I mean, She never said how she got into contact. I mean, that just never said how. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They came out really nice. Yeah, sure. I got one of the pamphlets laid out on the desk. Oh yeah, they're really, it really did. Got my throat just quick. Something like this will definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it an almost professional feel. I read Nizuki's and Yuri's poem from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Yuri's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's the one that I haven't read before. Get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my... Oh god, I hate it, no. Get out of my head. Yeah, before I do what I know is best for you, get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished, it just stops moving. Ooh. 100%. Oh, I don't like that. That got me like a weird like feeling in my chest. That like I don't know how do you describe that feeling. That like I don't know. I guess that like the stop like it stops for a second breathing. That like hiccup moment. Oh, what is this? Reading the poem. I get a pin in my stomach. That's a good way to describe it too. But it's not even a pin in your stomach thing I had. I just got a weird feeling. Marilyn, what's wrong? Nothing. This one feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that, I changed my mind. I'm gonna get Sayori, so... Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself, Monica calls out after me. I quicken my pace. I gotta get out of here! There's literally the difference. I gotta get out of here! What was I thinking? I should have tried a little harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her or help wake her up. Even the simpler gesture. Oh my god, there's thunder. I mean, oh my poor dog. There's thunder anyway all day, but now this is really giving the atmosphere. Holy Jesus. Even the simple gesture of walking her to school makes her really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and what I want to give her. I reach Suri's house and knock on the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, open the door, let myself in. Oh god, I'm having like this like I want out. I don't want it. See, hurry. She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Wake her up in her own house. Isn't that more like something a boyfriend would do? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knock on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy. There's no response. I really didn't want to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? But she really leaves me no choice. I gently open the door. Ah! Oh, God! There was a genuine scream, by the way. That was not even... No! Oh, God! What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can't be real. Sorry, wouldn't do this. Everything was normal up until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe my eyes are showing me. Oh, God. I was about to urge vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I'd be there for her. I told her I know what's best and that everything will be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? Why could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Turning her down her confession. That has to have been what pushed her over the edge. Her agonized scream still echoes in my ears. Why did I do that to her when she needed me the most? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. If I just spent more time with her, walked her to school, and gave her what I know she wanted out of her relationship, then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the literature club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I could do Nothing I can do to bring her back. This isn't some game where I can reset and try something different. I had only one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And now I have to carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers, but I still couldn't do what she needed from me. Now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 Oh. And? What? Wait, hold on! Oh no, wait. Do I dare click? I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. This girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But she's going to chase after me like this. I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk, and gonna catch up to me. Whoa! Oh! 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 I don't like this! Oh! Oh God! I hate it! I hate it! I hate it! I hate it! I wanna go! You know, I realized something. One of a weird fear of mine, I think in general, I think it's people's fear, is, remember, I don't know, I mean, of course not everyone knows from my age, but the PS2. Playing the PS2, great memories, right? Good nostalgia era. I played the PS2 on my channel multiple times at this point. You know the worst thing you ever can experience with PS2? The red screen of death. Yes, the red screen of death. That screen. Yeah, that thing horrified me as a kid. The concept of something breaking, or something that's eerily not right, you know? Something that is out of the norm, you know? You're used to what you're seeing. You usually see the startup screen, you see the PlayStation logo, and then the game starts, and you have a good time. But when something changes, you're disturbed by it, because it's nothing have you seen before. So I think it's like, with this, you already seen the scene, you see how it's supposed to play, you know? But with it acting like that, you're more disturbed, you know? So I don't know, that's just, yeah. I wanted to make that comment before we go any further, because this is gonna get worse. Anyway, it's an ordinary school day like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. Oh God, I have such dread. I have like such awful, honest to God dread in my stomach. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack my things, I start blinking at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Carolyn? Oh! Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. Do we know each other? Well, we really talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. Having her smile at me generally feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you can check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? Haha, about that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. Ugh! Jesus Christ, stop! I don't want it! Alright. Oh, God, okay. Literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists the manga is literature, too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Marilyn. Any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I won't ask you to join, but if you could at least, the very least, visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I can check it out. Aha, awesome. You're really sweet, Erlen. You know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go, then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus, today marks that day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. That sounds more like an actual contract that I actually signed than, you know, anything else. I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought the guest with me. Oh! Stop it! I'm about to feel like one me for like someone pushes their their computer screen. Ah, God, Jesus Christ Almighty. Yes? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Carolyn. All the words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Oh, some of the music, I don't know. Didn't turn up that loud. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, the girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably at first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Carolyn in the classroom, and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica? Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Aaron? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you really didn't plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to do something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow from this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to just find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places the tea in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gives us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't get yourself intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Carolyn, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, concerning how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. The Suzuki head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri tasted the rim of her teacup with her finger. Favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes lit up when she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I just grasp something I can relate to at a minimal level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really? If a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. I hate horror. Oh, why's that? Well, I just... Nisuke's eyes darted over to me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about key things, don't you, Nisuke? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club's meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud! And give that back! Fine. Nisuke, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think it's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Nisuke averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not really a confident writer yet? I understand how Nisuke feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches to your heart. Do you have any writing experience? Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Nisuke feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I got an idea. How about this? Nisuke and Yuri look give me a minute. Quizzly at Monica. Look, I'm having a hard time reading right now. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone's even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all, and I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Carolyn? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thought. All of you stared back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry that I thought. We just exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Carolyn. The thing is, we didn't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4, and I've been really trying really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one more before the festival, I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I feel terrible for letting anyone down in this situation. Besides, the fluff itself seems pretty relaxed. So, if writing poems is a price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls isolate up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Carolyn? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left it after all this, I would be super pissed. Carolyn, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think that with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignments. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. One of those every once more. Marilyn, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress this class star Monica with my metaphor writing skills? Already I feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. With that, I depart the class and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the three girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I don't know about that, fam. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Oh god. I would like to stretch a poem. Would you like to read it? No! This is John. No! What if I said no? Oh, okay. Lovely! Oh! It's Just gotta put it together. Oh. Hi, okay. I don't know what to do. I'm scared. I don't want to do it no more. It's crying. I'm rocking back and forth. Oh my god. Alright, we'll keep going for a little longer. Even though I don't wanna. I don't know. Do I go to Yuri still, or do I try Natsuki this time? Everyone's gonna die anyway. That's so horrible. I should not say it like that. That sounds so really bad. That just sounds so bad. To say like everyone. Let's just go for it, I guess. I don't know, man. Oh god. Okay, I'll go for Yuri. Right now. If I accidentally don't do Natsuki. I'll be right back. Once I'm done with this, I'll get back to the main part. Okay. Alright. I think I did Yuri. Oh god, I don't know why. It's like I'm keeping with Yuri. I don't know why. I mean, god, I don't know what to do. I'm really in this spot where I'm like, hi, Carolyn. I had to see you didn't run away on us, haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for you, but at least I can keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Whoa! Oh! Don't like that. No. I was like, for a second, I'm like, whoa, what was that? Thanks for keeping your, sorry. Sorry. I was going into between two characters, I guess. I have my own more voice and Yuri, and anyway. Thanks for keeping your promise, Carolyn. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Whoa! Nope. Don't Likey. Oh, come on. Likey deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Whoa. Hey. Whoa. Hey. Hey, 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 oi! They say you certainly have it big enough for someone who keeps a manga collection in the classroom. Why are you in front of the thing? Get out of here! Get out of here, Monica! This is finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature! They were defeated. Natsuki pops back into her seat. I'm sorry, Carolyn. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can really... To me, everything looks sideways. I'm tripping out. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I can't really say no either way. Like I said, I'm in the club now. So, it only feels right for me to do something like that, if you ask. But wait, I didn't mean like that. If you really don't want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not like that, Yuri. I want to try to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches in the bag, pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it, if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she'll think I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it on your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. It was tilted. Okay, I was like starting to get like weirdly like dizzy-ated. I was like, what is happening? Okay. Huh. Now that everyone is settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some essential activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her tense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, the Suki's roaming around the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a hunch over the book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, it seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She seems to glance at me and eyed me for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... That's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. Whoa! What's going on with her eyes? Got weird crazy eyes going on. Whoa. Okay. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Ah, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... Ah, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I take a look at the cover book. The book is titled Portrait of Marco. Okay. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol on the front cover. Basically, it's about a religious camp that turned into a human experiment prison. And people That's a different book than it was last time, wasn't it? Wait a minute, that's not the same book. What is this? In the trap, there have this trait that turns them into killing machines and lust for blood. But the pathway gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and fixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. Anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came from nowhere. Ah, are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Carolyn? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into those things. She's so soft and elusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but whoa! But because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway, then suddenly... Whoa, I don't like it. I don't want to go. I don't want it no more. Kill with fire. Kill with fire. I'm Burnley, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts... Whoa! My whole body gets incredibly what? What was that? I don't like it, no! I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. I don't really think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's a literature club after all. Ah, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Whoa! My god, I don't want it! I don't want it! Okay. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... what are you saying? Let me get the book. I can retrieve the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to yours. Ah, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading help me with something. With someone. I'm starting to break. This game is starting to break me. I am breaking. As the game is breaking as well. Very fitting. I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I still understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. I'm so scared to get to any next words. I'm like, what is happening? What is going to happen? Everything is just horrible. Oh, she's reading from my book instead. So sorry. I was just bathing in the vein of what? I'm gonna definitely go back when editing this, and I'm totally gonna just be like, what did that say fully? And I'm gonna be disturbed. Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you? I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I sign my desk until it's up against Yuri's, and I hold my book more between... Ah, I suppose so. Yuri typically closes her own copy. Once we lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. Ah, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Ah, I do the same with my right arm, on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to the side. But holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? To turn the page. Ah, sorry. I got a bit distracted for a second. And goes over to Yuri's face and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Ah, that's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks if I'm ready to turn the page. So, instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. No. I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking that the way she second guesses the things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We don't even get to that far yet. So I don't know why that came in my head. Yuri, you feeling alright? Your eyes have been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hands on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Oof. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out the classroom. What on earth was that about? Carolyn, did something happen just now? I have no idea. Yuri was just acting a little strange, I guess. So, you don't know anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up, make a mental note to where I left off in the book, and slip it back into my bag. I don't know, man. That's okay. I'm not saying I was interested in her poem yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Erlen, if you're not going to take this club seriously, then go home. What? Harsh? What, you expect me to believe that you actually put effort into this? Do you think I'm stupid? I'm not a writer. Maybe it's not very good, but yeah, I did put in effort. We all start somewhere, right? If you're still proud of the first poem you ever wrote, then I'd like to read it. Painful to think about. Jesus Christ, I'm going to the core right now. Woof. Fine. Well, sorry. You'll get better anyway. I'll tell you what to improve, but you're better off just trying again. Fair enough. Well, to each their own, I guess. Anyway, I guess I gotta share mine now. Knowing you probably just think it's stupid. Well, at least hers is still the same. Thank God. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race. Owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can fly. But that's about it. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Oh god, it's hard to do her voice after a while. Much more Natsuki than last episode. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. People don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I can understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess we went into it, I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I guess you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I said to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old anyone is, but if Nissus is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Okay, Monica. Oh, Monica. Oh, Monica. Oh, Monica. Hi, Carolyn. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Carolyn. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's the sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my poem. Great job, Carolyn. I was going in my head while I reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't think you'd go far for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easy for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interaction, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly, like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all started sharing our poems with each other. Eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should go get my poem now. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? No. No. I'm scared. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims they're not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Is this the same one as last time? Maybe. I don't know. Hold the wall. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes no longer see color. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sounds of frantic scrawling playing ticks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. I swallow my fears. I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration on this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. I've been it's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about these stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or story, your brain gets too fixed on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you will never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it later. Any way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink. So move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for the day. Thanks for listening. That's the same advice as last time. Alright. Yuri! As I read as a poem, I noticed my eyes lighten. Exceptional. Eh? What was that? Did I say that out loud? Yuri comes to her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's going to hate me. You didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Eh? That's... I guess you're right. What I'm getting at is so no first for. Ah. Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing skills do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Or is it? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my poem again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces every one of the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of writers. And I've been through that myself, and I have to learn to pick up on them. I think the most notable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form the two together. The ending result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, the sense of her demeanor totally changes. My voice is going out. It's a screen board from this episode and the other episodes, I guess. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. I'm just sweating, Jesus. I'm sweating. I'm scared. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There's so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is the most important challenge. That's the most challenging part. It might take you time, but it comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I just hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. This thing can be a little bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. That's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or to Suki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I love to share my thoughts and process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be the literature club? Okay, this is the same one. So, Ghost Under the Light. Its tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one. The last remaining sheet light to love, to have. I have a hard time reading, so to have withstood the test of time. The last to be replaced by a sickening blue hue of the future. I bathe calms, breathing of air of present, but living in the past. The light flickers and I flicker back. Anyway, sorry, I read that terribly. Probably worse than last time, actually. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't saying that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Ah. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. Eh? That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short. I should write longer poems. No, not at all. I'm really glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since our first time we were sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Carolyn. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poems often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story, or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I didn't even think of that. I thought of that. That's impressive. Eh? It's nothing really. Yours is impressive too, so nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. You think so? Yeah, of course. Ah, you know, I was really nervous about doing all this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Carolyn. Ah, me too. Literally, phew. This is a distressful sigh. Yeah, I guess that's everyone. I guess around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's that everyone was judging me for my medical writing abilities. It made the music got weird. Maybe it was just me tripping out. I did that, or it actually did get weird. I don't know. Even if they're just being nice to me, there's no way that my opponents can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika's writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Asuki. They generally exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As we read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. And Asuki's eyes furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Asuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. As you could say, it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Carolyn did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the author, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Carolyn liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. You see, suddenly stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Carolyn appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? How do you even know you didn't appreciate my advice more? Are you that full of yourself? No. If I was full of myself, I would be deliberately going on my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Carolyn started showing up. Natsuki! Natsuki, that's a little. It doesn't involve you. And taking out your own insecurities on others like that, you're really acting as young as you look. Whoa! Me? Look who's talking. You wanna be ugly bitch? And she? Sorry that my lifestyle is so much more than someone's mental age can comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know? If you want to prove something, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality by just dressing and acting cute? It's the only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Whoa, be careful, you might cut yourself on the edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You already do, don't you? Did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with your head? Go on. Let Carolyn hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll head over heels for you after this. Suddenly Yuri turns toward me as if she just noticed I was standing there. Carolyn, she's trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. How did I get Travis out? Oh god! Oh my god! I don't have his own. No! I should have supported Seor anymore! Oh my god! Oh my god, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. I want to go home. I want to go home. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. I want to do this. Eating, meaty, money, money. No? 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 What? Why? I don't want to do this anymore. I want to go home. Monica? Hey Carolyn, why don't we step outside for a little bit, okay? I don't want to do this. Sorry about that. That really shouldn't have. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. It's impressed I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never had it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, as soon as he runs out of the classroom, she quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Marilyn, please don't hate me. Please. It's not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting's over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take the responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not like that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Carolyn. It would just be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But I would... Whoa! Oh my god! She was trying to warn me! So get out! Get out! Get out! Literally. Alright, we're gonna stop this episode for today. No, this is a good spot to end, because it's like, I was gonna like do the poem, but I'm like, nah, I don't wanna do this, I want out. Oh my god, oh, my files are gone? Oh, lovely, love that, that's lovely, alright. Anyway, so, oh my god, my throat is like out. It's so shot because of me screaming and yelling, being freaked out. Oh, I should have water. Okay, now from now on, I think I'm recording now. I'm gonna bring water with me. I should have done it before, but now I'm like really shot out my voice. So, oh, okay. So, with that, that's gonna be it for this episode. Holy Jesus Christ, this was chaotic and oh god, and it's going. It's definitely getting to that scary vibe. Holy Jesus, wow. Okay, now that image of series is not gonna get out of my head anytime soon. So, oh my god, seriously, this is really disturbing. My god, I'm just speechless. So anyway, before I ramble on too long, hopefully you all enjoyed this episode. If you liked it, if you disliked it, let me know how you thought about this episode so far, or so, I guess the series so far, since we're at a weird point of it, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time, so, bye guys.